Good evening. Coming up in Mello TV Evening News, Director of Public Prosecution seeking the death penalty for the accused in the killing of a 9-year-old Hanover girl. Finance Minister says to apologize for the Massa Mar comment would be legitimizing something that is not true. And opposition PNP urged security guards not to be bullied into signing new contracts that would deprive them of benefits. And now the news in detail. We begin with a Mello TV update this evening. The Hanover police have revealed that they have made a breakthrough into the identities of 2 construction workers who were shot and killed at a house in Crawl district in Green Island, Hanover on Tuesday morning, March 28. They've been identified as 28-year-old Romario Drummond and 26-year-old Romaine Austin, both from Clarendon. Both men are said to have been working in Hanover for some time. Reports are that about 4:25 a.m., the men who are employed as construction workers at a site in Green Island were asleep at a house in Crawl district when they were shot multiple times by armed men who kicked the door of the house open. The Green Island police were summoned, and upon arrival, the 2 men were discovered lying in a pool of blood inside the board dwelling house. They were transported to the Nowell Holmes Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. And still in Hanover, the man accused of allegedly raping and killing 9-year-old Nikita Noel in Esher, Hanover on February 1 will face the death penalty, according to the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions. The youngster had been raped before being strangled, according to a post-mortem report. The accused, Omar Green, has been remanded in custody until his July 3 court date and has been given an order to undergo forensic psychological evaluation. According to Section 3.1 of the Offences Against the Persons Act, anyone who violates Section 3.1a will receive either a life sentence in prison or the death penalty. And news just coming into our news center this evening. Mello TV has been advised that there has been a disruption to regular service for the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, the JUCC. Mello TV understands that drivers have taken industrial action. As a result, there are huge crowds at major transportation hubs. The JUCC is urging commuters to make alternative arrangements to get to their destinations. And Mello TV will continue to track this latest development. Again, JUCC drivers have taken industrial action. Commuters are urged to make alternative arrangements to get to their destinations. The opposition's People's National Party is calling on the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Carl Samuda, to establish a joint industrial council for industrial security guards and halt any demand for security guards to sign new contracts until urgent discussions with the Tripartite Labour Advisory Committee, the LAC, are held. The LAC consists of employers' representatives, trade union representatives, and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. In a statement today, Opposition spokesperson on Labour and Social Security, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, is urging all 27,000 security guards not to be bullied into signing new contracts that deprive them of benefits guaranteed under the law. According to traffic officers assigned to the Area 1 Accident Reconstruction Unit, drivers who engage in reckless overtaking have been a factor in a number of crashes and fatalities on the roads since the division's start of the year. One such incident happened over the weekend on Main Street in Hopewell, Hanover, where 2 drivers narrowly avoided death after one of the men made the decision to do a negligent overtake. The Honda motor car was driving from the Hopewell Mall towards Hopewell Square when a line of traffic stopped to allow him passage on the main road. The driver of a Toyota Corolla, who was traveling from the direction of Hopewell Square towards Sandy Bay, failed to stop and attempted to overtake, resulting in both vehicles colliding. According to the authorities, both drivers needed medical assistance after suffering injuries. The police also urged drivers to stop making reckless overtakes, warning that doing so might lead to serious injuries or even fatalities. Several irate fishermen who operate out of Lucy Harbor and its surroundings have taken aim at the Hannibal Municipal Corporation over a number of garbage deposits that have appeared along a stretch of the coastline from Lucy Harbor. The municipal corporation, according to the fishermen who spoke with Mello News, has been oblivious to the problem since the coastline has been overrun with trash and bamboo for several months. When cleaning is done in and around the township of Lucy, waste is piled up and left at a number of these areas for days, which causes heavy rainfall to wash them into the drainage system and into the harbor, according to one fisherman who gave his name as Oral Burton. Mr. Burton also depicted how bamboo plants cover Riley River in Lucy and how after the region is cleaned up, the river will carry the bamboo downstream and deposit it into the sea and along the beach. The fishermen have urged the local authorities to solve the dire situation, which they claim is also killing local fish population and endangering marine life. 2 taxi drivers were shot, one fatally, on Tuesday, March 28. The deceased has been identified as 34-year-old Nicholas Scott of Lincoln Crescent, Kingston 5. Mr. Scott was shot at a gas station on Malines Road in St. Andrew. The incident is being investigated by the Halfway Tree Police. According to reports, the men were outside the gas station at around 6:35 p.m. when a motorcycle pulled up, the pillion got off and started firing at them, hitting both men. The assailants successfully escaped on the motorcycle. The police were summoned to the scene. Scott was declared dead upon arrival to hospital, while the other man was admitted for treatment. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, has retaliated against criticism which saw him calling opposition leader Mark Golding Marsa Mark in Parliament last week. On Tuesday, Dr. Clark took to the floor of Parliament under Standing Order 18 to give an explanation.
Is that my remarks have been misconstrued, my motives have been misrepresented, and my intentions have been distorted. I regret that some persons may have viewed my remarks as racially motivated. To again be clear, that was never my intention. To apologize, however, Madam Speaker, would be to legitimize what simply is not true. The truth is that massa, in its modern usage, is applied non-racially. Massa Mark, as I used it, was not about race. Massa Mark, as I used it, was not about color. Massa is always about an attitude and style regarding power, and that is how I use the term to describe what I saw as disrespectful attitude and language, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, I thank you and members of the House for affording me this opportunity.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness began the first tranche of distribution of maternal care supplies to vulnerable mothers at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital as part of its latest maternity and newborn initiative, Start Right.
What this program is trying to do is to respond to the vulnerable mothers of this country, specifically high-risk mummies, low-income pregnant women who we want to receive them into care. And, you know, there is a country, Finland, who started something similar to what we're doing, we're emulating now, which is the baby box. And now they've integrated that into their culture, where every mummy is sent home with something like this. We want to do the same thing in Jamaica. We want to make sure that we're looking at our adolescent mothers to give them the right start, to start them off right. What is this? What this kit will provide is providing a starter kit, which is going to facilitate a safe and secure environment in the neonatal period of the baby.
The supplies include snuggle nests, as well as diapers, skincare, and hygiene products. A total of 60 mothers at the facility received the donations.
We don't want the baby to get crushed, and so this is going to be, this snuggleness is going to actually provide a safe space for your babies. Isn't that awesome? Yes, it's going to provide that safe space for your babies when you take the baby home. Even if once you're at home and you're doing chores, you now have a space to rest the baby in that space, put them on the chair or whatever, the sofa, a good enough space, and the baby will be protected. And so this is what the Snuggle Nest is going to provide. Bailey's Supply and Medical Supply, what have they done? They've come on board to actually fill the Snuggle Nest with goodies. Goodies for the babies. You have all kinds of stuff. You have diapers, you have lotion, all the different things that the baby will need, soap, all those fantastic things that the babies will need that you don't have to provide that. And so that is what this program is about.
And those are the stories making the news this evening. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News. I'm Nicole Hales. Stay safe and thanks for watching.